emotional healing tonight. A lot of psychological healing tonight. A lot of broken spirit mending type healing tonight. A lot of inner healing tonight. Now, in order to show us how this really works in practice, God has sent me to Hebrews. Let's go to Hebrews. Hebrews chapter 12. Let me show you how this plays out. Behold, I have refined you not as silver. I've tested you in the furnace of affliction. If you go over to Hebrews chapter 12, we'll see exactly how God does this. How he does it. Every major person that God used in the Bible suffered some affliction. Hear that one. It might be different for this person. They thought Noah was crazy. Rain, man, what's rain? What are you talking about? Oh, man, you crazy. Moses really suffered. Listen, Hebrews 12. Watch this. I'm going to take you down to probably verse 12, verse 13. Listen to this now. We talking about endurance. Endurance is the ability. We're talking about endurance and persistence and perseverance are the same. Those are synonyms that mean the same. So we're talking about the ability to hold up under pressure. Under the pressure of, like Lot. Lot was holding up under the pressure of the vexation of his soul. His soul was being vexed by watching sin 24/7. Therefore, we also, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1, let us lay aside every weight. You see that? Weight. And the sin which so easily ensnares us, and let us run with what? Endurance. Y'all see that word? Endurance. The race that is set before us. Everyone has a race. My race is a little bit different than yours. Yours a little bit different than mine. But the finish line is the same. It's Jesus. Here it is, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. And he's also the refiner of our faith. Who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross. That was the worst torture, was death that was known to man at the time of the cross. He endured it, embraced it, so that we might not have to. Despising the shame, and has sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Verse 3, for consider him who endured, there's that word again. We've seen it 3 times in 3 verses. Endurance, endured, and now endured again. Such hostility from sinners against himself, lest you become weary and discouraged in your souls. In other words, every time you're going through some hell, every time I'm going through some hell, think of the hell that Jesus went through. You know what's going to happen to you immediately? You're going to say, let me shut my mouth. Let me stop complaining. Let me stop. Oh, but Pastor Barlow, you don't know what she said to me. You don't know how they stole my money. You don't know how I can't forgive them. I can't forgive them. Every time I hear that, I said, did Jesus forgive you? Yes. Did Jesus forgive his murderers while he was on the cross? Before they completed the task at hand? And when we think about that, we get real embarrassed. Because you got a man being murdered, looking down on his murderers, and then looking up and asking God, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. They're working. In other words, the reason he can say that, church, is because they really didn't know it. They thought they were working for God. They thought that this man was a demon-possessed fool. But what they didn't realize was they were demon-possessed by the God of this world who blinded their minds, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Jesus would shine in their hearts and forgive them and deliver them. They thought they were working for God and they were working for the devil, and Jesus knew that. That's why he could say, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And that's how we have to